Good evening. I'm Larry Wallace, and this is my lovely wife, Pat, founders of Faces that are sponsoring this program tonight. Hope you enjoy it, and my dear wife has a few words for you.
We have a grandson who's approaching the age of 19 now, who is living with autism, who is severely affected with autism. And that's how we became interested in this program. After our grandson was diagnosed with autism at approximately the age of 14 to 16 months, our daughter started looking for therapy for him and researching, trying to find the best that she could find for him, for his future. She found that ABA therapy, applied behavioral analysis, is the best therapy for children with autism. It was expensive then. In today's world, it's probably somewhere around $5,000, $4,000 to $5,000 a month for ABA therapy. And at the time that Hunter was diagnosed, there was no insurance covering the cost of ABA therapy. And we were blessed to be able to help our daughter and grandson to receive therapy at the time. And we became acquainted with a number of people and found out that really it was almost prohibitive for children to receive all the therapy that they needed because of the cost. And so we decided that we would begin this foundation in order to give scholarships to people who cannot afford it and to help their children. From the bottom of our hearts, we want to thank you for supporting Faces, not only for this event, but for having supported Faces throughout all of the events and all of the years. And I'm sure you would like to see some of the families that you have helped through your support. And so we're going to show you some of those persons right now and for you to meet some of the children as well.
Thank you much.
Hello, my name is Henry Gonzalez.
Hi, my name is Nancy Gonzalez. What's your name?
Hi, I'm Isabella Gonzalez because it's my birthday too.
Yes, it is. What's your name, son?
My name is Julian.
So Julian is 9 years old. Isabella, today's her birthday, she turns 8, so they're 14 months apart. It's very hard as a family with having children with special needs, not knowing what autism is. They are both diagnosed with autism.
My name is Saladin Bouchara. I'm 35 years old now. My son's name is Yusuf. He was born 7 years ago. Sorry, I'm a little emotional when I remember. We noticed that he finished his first year and a half, 2 years, and he's not talking. He's not responding.
So my name is Dominic Negrini, and my daughter's name is Marie Negrini, and she was diagnosed with autism. She didn't make a whole lot of eye contact. She did not learn any words at the age that she should have. She was always off playing by herself, and that's pretty much how we first started to see that.
My name is Deborah Burry, and my son is Travis Burry. Travis is 9 years old. When he was younger, we had a diagnosis. He had an in utero stroke. We thought that that's all we were dealing with until 2 years ago when we were diagnosed with autism.
Finding out your child has developmental issues, disability, I think it hits you hard at first, and then you kind of have to move on from there and do everything you can for your children.
I talked to an ABA therapist, and she told me, and I was working with a very good company. I have medical health insurance and everything, and she told me, well, unfortunately, it's not covered by insurance.
It was extremely difficult trying to find any kind of help to begin with. There was a bunch of closed doors everywhere we looked. We couldn't really get any help.
I was like, okay, how much is it? She told me, well, it can be $90 an hour. I was like, that's more than what I make, a lot more than what I make, and more than what most people make. I mean, no one can afford that unless they have unlimited income.
I had to quit my job because raising 2 children is with special needs, we just couldn't. So it's been very tight. I mean, the insurance and our world with financial has been tough.
So after his evaluation at the Myers Clinic, I looked up different avenues as far as what what special ABA school would be beneficial to him. I actually found a clinic that was able to take him, but looking at the cost, that was kind of cost prohibited. So I kind of was bouncing around the idea of, do I just leave him in the regular school setting, or do I just try to bite the bullet? Then the BCBA actually told me about FACES and said that I could be awarded a grant, and so I applied and was able to actually send him to school.
When we got the opportunity to be selected as the recipients for grant from FACES for ABA, we started just this summer, and automatically they were both, I would say, very limited verbal. Julian was nonverbal. His communication has come. The verbal behavior component, which is one part of ABA, is allowing him to live a meaningful, functional life. If you would have done this maybe a year ago, they would not be able to stand this still to allow the cameras, the lights, the people, or to be
true.
patient. So ABA with just this instant has been amazing.
She interacts more. She sits down at the table with us to eat, which is something that was kind of hard to get her to do before. She plays games with her sister. If it wasn't for FACES, Marie would definitely not be in the spot that she is now. She has blossomed much more than we've ever expected.
He only had like a couple of words that he could just punch in the communication device. And now he has well over 200 words that he actually knows. Mind you, he's in a wheelchair. He wanted to crawl upstairs and go with the boys, where before he'd never wanted to interact with anybody. It was so nice to actually see him in the middle of the boys, and the boys were just loving it as well. By the time we left there, he had actually walked in his walker the whole track.
Now with the therapy, where we have him having therapy now, he's learning a lot of skills, life skills, he's better at drinking from a cup, he's better at feeding himself, and he is now, actually we are putting him into more intense training to go to the toilet on his own.
Yeah.
To all our sponsors, the sponsors that are watching this, we can't thank you enough. You've made not just Julian's and Isabella's life meaningful and helpful, but you've helped our family. You've helped our marriage.
And we definitely can't say thanks enough. Say thank you.
Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you very much for all the help that you're offering families like my family and everyone else. It helps a lot, and it really makes a whole lot different, a world of difference.
I just wanted to thank you from the bottom of my heart, and my whole family wants to thank you for donating, and this is just a wonderful organization.
From myself and my wife, I just want to say thank you for all the support that you guys have given us.